In this video we're gonna talk about this tiny, cheap flash from Godox and how it performs in macro photography. I gotta say I was very surprised. Autumn mornings, aren't they wonderful? The sun rises later, so you don't have to go up at like 3 AM to catch the sunrise. And you often have this nice, beautiful fog that adds a lot to the ambience in your photos. And it's such a nice feeling to just take a long walk in an autumn morning in the brisk air and just catch some photos. You can do both macro photography but also use your lens to do landscape photography. This morning I was using my favorite macro lens right now, the Laowa 85mm, and it works great also for landscape shots, even though they are a little bit more cropped in maybe than your average landscape photo. This morning I took a walk throughout Tyresta, one of my favorite nature areas in Stockholm. This time I tried a route I have never walked before from Tyresö church along the coastline, and it was so nice. I really enjoyed this walk. Before we start talking about the Godox iT30 flash, I also want to take the opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who has purchased my macro photography handbook or my macro editing handbook. Over 600 people now. I am so grateful that these books are continuing to sell well, because they make up 80% of my income right now, and they are super important for me to just continue making a living from making these videos. So a big thank you to everyone who has purchased one, and if you want to check them out, just go to the link below in the video description and visit my shop to check them out. Thank you so much. So as I mentioned, the Laowa 85mm is probably my favorite macro lens right now, and the reason is it's great in image quality, it has high maximum magnification, but first and foremost it's very small, tiny, and it makes a big difference to have small lightweight gear. To me at least it really does. So naturally I have been pondering a lot about how I can make the rest of my macro photography setup more small and lightweight. How can I have a smaller flash, a smaller diffuser? And earlier I have tried some tiny flashes that are out on the market. For example, Fujifilm's tiny flash with AAA batteries, but none of them have been powerful enough. The problem has been that the batteries haven't lasted that long. So when Godox launched this new iT30 flash, I was a bit skeptical. I didn't think it would be powerful enough or have the stamina to do prolonged macro photography. But I still decided to buy it because it's very cheap and I wanted to give it a chance. The price here in Sweden is around $80, which is not that much for a flash. And this flash has a built-in battery, so you charge it via USB-C. I think that's a nice solution, and it probably enables the flash and the battery to be a bit stronger than it would have with standard AAA batteries. The flash is tiny, it has a low profile. I created a simple Pringles diffuser today just to have something compact to try with the flash. The white part here is from an old scrapped AK diffuser, and I simply just taped it in place. A nice thing with this flash is that the interface is very simple. I like it that way. And I can just simply turn the wheel here to adjust the strength. And that's really all I want from a flash. I want it to be this simple because I always shoot the flash in manual mode. This is probably the last walk this year in Sweden where I am able to photograph live insects outdoors. It's getting colder and colder, and it's harder and harder to spot insects crawling around on plants. But today I was able to spot a few at least, so I was able to try out this flash setup. Since this flash is less powerful obviously than a big flash, I had to set the power pretty high. I set the power at 1/4 and that was enough. And then I actually used an ISO of 200. Normally on full frame I use ISO 100 because it's the lowest possible, the native ISO. But just to get enough power from the flash, I went with ISO 200 today. So ISO 200, 1/4 in strength on the flash. And to my great surprise, it actually performed a lot better than I had expected. I could take series of photos without a problem. I had good light on my subject, and I mean the diffuser I was using isn't really that effective. I could make a more efficient diffuser with better coating on the inside. I will try that at some point. So I was actually really surprised by the good performance. I got quite a few black frames, yes I did, but I could still take 10, 20, 30 shots in a row pretty much, with only a few black frames. And on a long walk like this, the flash got a chance to rest in between shooting sessions because there weren't that many insects outside. And whenever it had like 5 minutes of rest, it was ready again to take a series of photos. And yeah, sure, this performance is maybe not optimal if you're doing like deep focus stacks and you want the flash to be super reliable. But if you're only out to do macro photography for fun, I really think that the performance of this flash is enough. On this walk I took close to 300 photos with this flash, and only maybe 10% of them or so, maybe 15%, were black frames where the flash didn't have the power to fire. And all the other ones were good, great flash exposures. So I really love this flash and I definitely want to use it again a lot more. And if you want a super tiny flash to just throw in your bag, to have a super compact macro photography setup, maybe for travel, then I think this flash is a great option, especially at this low price.